With Overreaction Monday. Welcome to the show this Monday. We appreciate you being here with us. You know what this week has been. This week has been Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving like Janae and myself did. But one of the best parts about it, you know, you got family, you got friends, you got food, all the good F's. But the other F is football, ladies and gentlemen.
Football!
Yay, yay!
Man, beautiful thing, Sean. Beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah. I know it's beautiful for you. But, yo, let's get into it. There was 3 games on the docket. Bills beat the Lions. Dallas beat the Giants. And Minnesota beat the Patriots. We're going to start with that first game, Janae. We'll give the Lions their credit. We'll give them their due.
The Lions came to play.
They came to play. They came to play. But how many times is Josh Allen going to make us have to sweat to the very end of the game? What's going on with your boy?
Hey. There's plenty of teams in the league that are sweating until the very end of the game, Sean. Plenty of teams that are taking W's, sweating all the way to the fourth quarter, but getting W's, right? So we got to give the Bills a chance. They are still the Bills. They're getting W's, no matter how dirty and grimy it is. I actually enjoyed the game. I did not think it was a bad game. I just think that I don't understand what's the problem between Josh Allen and Diggs, why they're not connecting like they would normally connect. It's a little weird to me.
Yeah. Is there something in-house? Is there something going on? Because you see the flashy stuff. You see Josh Allen connecting. You see Diggs doing all the things, getting all hot, all hyped and whatever. But, you know, it goes back to that playoff game a year ago where Diggs had 3 catches for 7 yards. You know what I mean? Like, what is there trouble in the water?
Hey, well, I think the only remedy that they can do, only recipe that you need to be doing is incorporating Diggs. Yeah. And you saw Diggs coming at the coach like, I want the ball. Like, I want the ball. Like, I felt like these last couple weeks, I don't know whether Josh Allen and Diggs ain't connecting the way they connect. I mean, they're connecting, but later. And like you said, three touches for him is not enough. Okay. Diggs is a top-tier wide receiver that should be getting the ball a lot. And I don't think the defenses are shutting them down, so I don't understand what's happening or why the plays aren't coming out the way they need to come out. But they're getting W's, Sean. That's all that matters.
They're getting dubs. But the same issues that we had before are still there. Josh Allen is the running game. He had 253 in the air, but he also had 78 yards and led the team in rushing.
Yes, he did.
I mean, look, he's that guy. He can take over the game. He can take your team, he can lead your team. But I wonder how long that's going to last. I wonder, if his health will become an issue going down the stretch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see that. At the
end of the day, he was right. They got the dub. They got the dub.
And the Lions are in every game. The Lions are playing. They are trying to contend. And they won 3 in a row, right? They won 3 in a row before this.
Right.
So I don't want us to say, the Lions are back to slump, but they kept it with the Bills. They kept up with the Bills.
That's the thing. Like, let's be very honest. Up until, and I was with Kat, I was sitting here like, dude, the Lions are going to win this game.
Absolutely.
And obviously, she, as a typical Lions fan, pessimism took over. She said, we're going to find a way to lose it. So I can't say
But
anything.
At least Kat is honest. The thing is, she does not get excited for any game, ladies and gentlemen. She's a Lions fan. She doesn't get too hyped, but her team's been pulling it off, man. That's what I like about Kat. She's realistic. Oh, yeah. People praise Lamar for rushing, but not Josh. Thank you. I mean, hey, and he's a big man. To me, I feel like Josh Allen is like a Ben Roethlisberger that can run. Like, I wouldn't stop him. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying you want to. I think that we are now in the era where we need to stop worrying about how quarterbacks are running their play.
There it is.
They're going to run. That's going to be their run. If they can't run scared, we're not telling Jalen Hurts to stop running. That's their game. They need Josh Allen to run. The running game hasn't always been stout with the Bills. He's had to be everything. And I feel like, when you have to be everything for a team, a lot of times it can become a lot of pressure. Yeah. But I think Josh Allen's doing it. He's getting the dubs.
Yeah, he's getting the dub. And look, when it comes to this conversation, that you said it, you hit the nail on the head. If he's getting the dub and he's leading you to victories, why are we complaining? Now,
Then
on the
that's
flip
all
side,
that matters.
right. Now, on the flip side, the Ravens have been struggling as of late. They lost another close one, this time to the Jaguars. And a lot of people are putting it on Lamar, which I don't think is fair, because if Josh Allen loses, then we can put it on the receivers, the running game, the defense. But when Lamar loses, it's all Lamar.
It's all on Lamar.
It's
all on Lamar. And that was a good game. I mean, the thing is, the Jaguars are also a team that you can't sleep on.
Right.
The Jaguars are also a team that is high-powered. They haven't put it together for every game yet, but they can show up. The Jaguars can show up and play you. They just got the better of Lamar. We'll talk about the playoffs and later on in the show, but do you honestly feel like these quarterbacks should stop running and more throw when it's turning into what college looks like? You know, these college quarterbacks are coming out and their game is running and throwing. I just feel like it's more entertaining.
It is. It's a double standard all the way around the league, if you really think about it. Nobody gets on Russell Wilson when he was in Seattle running and doing all that,
Absolutely.
But they jumped all over RG3.
Absolutely.
People don't get on Mahomes for doing all the crazy scrambling and running 10 yards back, because he'll chuck it down the field and he's successful. If you're successful, that will shut down the conversation. And look, everybody wants this young guy. Look, gone are the days when people wanted Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers. And mad respect, they're still getting it done. But people want the guy that's mobile, that's young, that's durable. That's the Lamar. That's the Josh Allen.
Absolutely right.
That's these guys.
You are absolutely right. I think that they have changed the game, and I actually think it's working. It's not going to work every game. It's not, but if the quarterback has wheels, let him ride. I don't even understand why it's even a conversation. Josh Allen is a massive player who is competitive, not afraid to mush players, not afraid to hit. It's football, ladies and gentlemen. It's football. And, I enjoyed it. Bills can't pass the Chiefs in the hey, they almost
what up, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff, my man Jeff. They almost did it last year. Don't act like you had to have 40 seconds left in the game to be able to come back. And you were shaking in your boots, Jeff. You were shaking in your boots, Chief fan.
Hey, Janae, speaking of a team that almost won in a playoff game last year, the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
You are such a hater. Such a hater.
Left hand up.
We got the dub. We got the dub. Shout out to my Cowboys, man. And Sean, I can be honest. I was a little nervous the first half. I felt like we were doing the typical Cowboy thing, playing to the other team's potential. Not our potential, but we play to our competition. And I hate when we do that. But I don't know what the conversation was. Maybe McCarthy was hitting some watermelons in the locker room, to fire the team up. But it worked because we came out in the second half. Dak Prescott looked amazing. CeeDee Lamb looked good. Michael Gallup looked good. We were starting to see what we were seeing from the Vikings. Like, you can't go from the Vikings. What's up, man? We can't go from the Vikings and then go to the Giants and then just play subpar. But I felt like on the second half, man, that's the team I want to see every week. That's the team that's going to see Washington.
Okay, I hope you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Hey, how many points we put up on you last year?
Last year? Wait.
50 burger?
Was that when we were dealing with half a team through the COVID? Excuses.
50 points on a national football team and no excuses. No excuses.
No excuses?
Stand up, left hand up. Who are we?
You so hype. You wanted to play that right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to cool myself down. Washington fans are delirious, but it's okay. I will take my dub and I'll keep moving on. I keep moving on. Somebody's got to play that team twice coming up that we So I hope I hope you win both of them, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know you win it. Hey, as a matter of fact, I think this is the best comment we've had all day. Janae, are you cheering for Washington? Looks like you're wearing them Washington colors.
No, baby. No, baby. Don't knock my fly, man. I'm just being me. This ain't Washington colors. No. Oh, do I gotta strip down naked on the show? Don't play with me, y'all.
Let's go.
Play with me. Hey, we got to get on to the third game of the night, which was very good. Hey, every team is legit until the boys beat them. All of a sudden, the team we beat isn't good anymore. It happens every time, J Red. It happens every time. If we lose, Sean is. When we win, which is most of the time, we only got 3 losses, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I don't ever hear from my boy.
Who did you lose to? Did you lose to the Eagles? I don't know. I don't remember. Did we lose to the? Oh, we didn't. Okay. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Because we didn't have our starting quarterback in.
Excuses.
Didn't have our starting. Get on to the last game of Thanksgiving, bruh. Get on to the last game.
In a game where we found out a couple things. We found out the Vikings they're fairly legit, and we found out Kirk Cousins needs to go to his dentist to get a grill. Because apparently that's where he's going next. The Minnesota Vikings beat Bill Belichick and the Patriots 33-26. That was huge.
That was huge. And the thing is, coming off of a loss so bad.
Wait.
Historic loss.
Yeah, I was about to say, it wasn't a loss. That was a sacrifice.
Historic But it also shows that the Vikings can come back. You still can't sleep on them. You can't take what Cowboys did and think that you're going to actually be able to emulate what they did. Clearly, the Patriots, who have been doing pretty darn well the last couple games, couldn't do it. And I feel like Cousins, I'm proud of him because normally a quarterback would try to let that go to his head. No touchdowns. You know, you got depleted. Your team literally got stomped. You came out there. You showed the world that you're still the Vikings. You still should be in contention. And I mean, dang, Sean, what they're 9-2?
Yeah. No. 9-2. 9-2. Yeah.
9-2. They're still 9-2. So regardless of what has happened in the season, they're still damn 9-2. They killing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And see, that's the bottom line, man. These are those type of games that you have to have. We've seen them get stomped before. We've seen them go through this before and then kind of just fall off. Yes. You know what I mean? But to have this W, and not only to have this W, but to have it on prime time. We all know Kirk Cousins' criticisms is that he can't play on prime time. But for him to get this and to be the late night game, get the W over, like you said, a solid Patriots team, hey, that says something about the Vikings.
Got to shout him out. You know, not every team can beat the Vikings. Did Washington beat them?
Okay. That's what we're doing right now. That's what we're doing. Bang, bang. Nice shot.
Bang, bang.
Lucky today I'm not coming for you today. I got other people I got to deal with.
I got you.
Yo, but hey, they're running away with the division. As we know, the Packers and the Lions and the Bears are all terrible.
Depleted.
You know, with maxing out, I think 4 wins is the lead in that. And
we'll talk about those teams in one of our segments today.
Right. They're down the line. But yo, shout out to Minnesota. Now for the Patriots, we talked about them being one of the teams that we weren't confident was going to stay in that playoff hunt. Absolutely. And hey, you cannot afford to lose games late in the season. I mean, we're almost in December.
But that's why I said, are we giving the Patriots a break? I mean, we are talking about a Vikings team who is 9-2. Exactly. They are a good team.
Exactly.
I don't think that the Patriots, I think that they are better than last year. Don't get me wrong. They're better than last year. They're starting to click on some cylinders. I just don't think that the Patriots are top notch like people think they are.
Right.
They're able to play a game. Don't get me wrong. The defense has been playing. I just don't think that offensively they can keep up with the best in the AFC right now.
It's just not consistent. I mean, Mac Jones had almost 400 yards, but a lot of that was coming back. A lot of that was trying to put this thing up there. I don't even think they're 100% sold on Mac Jones.
I don't think so either.
You know?
I don't think so either.
We know they got that backup behind the Bailey Zappi, who's did solid things in his college career coming into the pros. And he's won a couple games earlier this year. So, you know, I know Mac Jones is looking over his shoulder, but in this league, a win is what you're shooting for. The stats are nice, but if you don't get the W, he might be on the chopping block. So
That's what happens. Shout out to the Vikings, man. Shout out to the Vikings. Do you feel like they back, Sean? Do you think that the Vikings are back? I mean, it sucks that you can even say back. Do you feel like the Vikings learned from what they did with us and can actually clear all that stuff out of their mind and really can compete for the rest of the season?
Honestly, I think the Vikings, They're better than we thought they were. I don't think that's saying much coming from that division that is so bad this year.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
that's
if
true.
they're going toe, and I understand they beat Green Bay, but if they're going toe to toe with them on a solid year like a year ago, then I think that's a different conversation. Mind you, they beat them last year.
Absolutely,
in those games,
absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
But I'm wondering if we'll see if they can sustain it going forward and going into the playoffs. Because, hey, like you said, like they lost, they barely beat us. They were down 17-7 in the fourth, and then we threw an interception, gave them an opportunity to get back in the game. They then went to you guys and got slaughtered. So this is a good game to see that they're coming back. But
they also beat the Bills. They beat a top-tier team.
That's true.
On the AFC side. I mean,
that's true. They came from behind to do that too.
They came from behind. Yeah. Like, are we willing to say that they are contenders? I just want to. What's up, Wendy? I just want to see if it's like a fluke. Are they having a fluke season where they'll do what they do typically, like the Cowboys in the playoffs, and just not do anything? Or are they really contenders? Because everybody can have a bad game, Sean. Right. I mean, not as bad as that, but they had a bad game. But everybody can have it, and they've only had two. Right. 9-2. That is a great team.
Yeah, and well, I can't say that because we allowed them to beat us. So I was going to say the NFC East has their number, but we don't.
It's okay. It's okay. You guys got a few numbers, but Sean, let's get on to the next segment because I know you got things you want to talk about.
I'm glad you mentioned that we got a few numbers because we got a couple numbers this last weekend. Anthony, I'm glad you are here in the comments. I don't have to talk trash. That's not me. That's not me. I'll just let what you guys said.
That's not you?
No, it's not. I'm going to let what you guys said just come back. You know, we'll see what happens. I'm glad you're here, Zagdiff. I'm glad you're here because that pain's coming.
The pain is not coming, man. The pain is not freaking coming.
Wait. Commanders are taking that L. Okay, because we playing Kyle Yates and the Falcons.
There we go. Yes, absolutely. I think
coming for y'all. That's all I gotta say.
Kyle. We definitely gonna talk about that because you know the Dirty Bird's gonna win.
Stand up, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders.
Let's go.
How you always got clips and props
the Commanders.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's go.
Thank you, and thank you. Hey, look. They took it like a champ. The thing is that tip. How can you control it? How can you control it? It's not on Mariota. I just think that it's just how the cards fell. It's just how.
I'll even go one step further. I got my gloating and all that stuff out, but like I was talking to Will, I'm not excited about this game. We should have lost that game. They drove down the field, and to be honest, it was play calling. If they run the ball, we couldn't stop Mariota. We couldn't stop the running game at all.
Every single time, and you decide to throw it at the end, it just doesn't make any sense. But at the end of the day, you guys got the dub. That's what it's about. Wins and losses.
Yeah.
And it sucks to lose in that fashion. I feel for all Atlanta fans. I know you guys were hoping for a comeback. But Washington did it. And I think, Sean, that I don't think it's Heineke. I don't think it's Heineke. I'm not on the Heineke bandwagon. But I feel like your defense is fired up.
There it is.
It has nothing to do with Heineke. I just feel like the defense first is waiting for their boy to come back. I know they're just biting on their nails waiting for him to come back. But I feel like they want to show him that they can hold it down until he gets back. Chase Young is coming back. The defense is fired up. I feel like y'all do have an aura. Y'all have an aura around you that is hype. But ladies and gentlemen, I just don't. I'm not on that bandwagon. I'm not on the bandwagon.
Let's go ahead and put the question up, Janae. Is Washington the hottest team in football right now? And let me preface it by saying this.
Please write in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, fire his butt up with the hottest team in football.
Listen, okay? I will tell you this. Where did we start the season, Janae? What did we start? We were 1-4. 1-4. Okay. Barely beat Chicago to get the dub. Then had to come in there, beat Green Bay. Then had to come in there, get these 3 Vicks. Then lose a game that we should have won against the Vikings. Shout out to them. And then got 3 more. Now you say the Texans. You like to throw out that Texans game. Why don't we talk about that Philly game where we shut down that offense? Can we talk about that? Or let's talk about Atlanta. Atlanta's one of the top 5 rushing teams in the league. And we shut it. Their play calling shut it down, but we helped to shut that thing down. All right. But I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I agree with you. It's not Taylor. Now, what I will say about Taylor is this: Taylor, there's something that like he has that childhood spirit, that energy, that excitement.
He
you
does.
know what I mean?
He
and
does.
the guys feed off of that.
They do.
Point blank, period.
They do.
The guys
They do.
are all on board with that, and you can't overlook that. I mean, right here, 6-1 in the last 7 games. 2 different streaks of 3 wins in a row. You can't deny that, Janae.
We can deny it. If you go up, yes, you beat. I'm not going to take anything away from you. You beat the Eagles, which I wish that I wish that you didn't, but you did. You beat the Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, they won against the Eagles. But we have to remember that Washington has not. Listen to this, Sean. Just give me this. There's only been 1 game. How many weeks are we? 12?
Mm-hmm.
1 game where you scored over 23 points. How can you keep up with a high-powered offense other than a luck of the draw where you can beat? You beat Philly. I will give you that. You beat Philadelphia, who is an undefeated team. We have all been there. I know y'all remember when my team took it to the Saints after 13 weeks. We have all been there. But do you really think that Washington can keep up with a high-powered offense consistently? You haven't even scored more than 23 points. And that 27 points came in like week 2.
No,
23 points.
Listen. First week we scored 28, okay? We scored, again, 27 against Detroit. They have the best offense in the league for a while. I know definitely at that particular point they did. We came within the last play of the game against the Titans, who are, second in the AFC on the playoff side. You talk about that game against Philly, and everybody can get that. And I'll give you the benefit of the doubt being that it was a divisional game. But if you keep that offense off the field, consistently running the ball, it's the same thing we did to Tom Brady a year ago. You keep him off the field by running the ball. You win the turnover battle, and you consistently run the rock. I'm telling you,
what did you do the very next week against the Cowboys? Score 10 points. When you got to come against a legit offense, which you will again, you
who was our quarterback?
Do it.
Who was our quarterback in that game?
And that don't even matter. Who was our quarterback in that game? Who was Dallas's quarterback in that game?
That's number 1. Number two. Let's go back to that 1-4 start. You want to talk about what you guys did in that 1-4 start? The game, first and foremost, at the half, that game was about a 4 or 5 point game that we could have turned around, but we don't need to go down that road. And that 1-4 start, you're absolutely right. We couldn't get much but more than 10 points. Now you notice our defense has gotten a lot better. We're top 10 in passing yards against us a game.
The defense has gotten much
better. Game, rushing yards a game. We're top 10 total defense in the league, and that's without Chase Young. We have Derek Forrest and not St. Juice. I think it's Fuller that are top 5 in the DB percentage and how high the DBs are.
Absolutely.
So it's the team. We're coming together at the right time. Do I think it's possible? Absolutely. I definitely think it is because that defense is keeping us in ball games. You're asking me
going against a high-powered offensive line like the Cowboys or like the San Francisco. You're not going to be able to do it, and you know it.
Janae, if you're not on the field,
scraping by. You're barely scraping by.
Oh my goodness, Janae.
You're
barely victories. These are W's.
You're getting, and I will give you that. You're getting, but you're not blowing teams out. You're getting to the 4th quarter, 2 minutes left, and can capitalize off for 2 minutes. But you're going to play a high-powered offense like a team I'm graced to love, and we're gonna take you down.
Yeah,
and you know this.
Get out of here. You know it's not true. You know it's not true.
What
We are playing out of our mind right now.
Y'all play Philly. You think y'all gonna take it to them like I did before?
Oh, we don't play Philly no more. We got New York both.
Oh yeah. Y'all tied up.
Yeah,
New
and
York
then we got
twice.
y'all late. Yeah.
You gonna lose all those?
No. Wow. No. First and foremost, y'all, and if y'all didn't have that second half that you did, y'all would have lost that daggone game to the Giants. Let's go there first and foremost. Secondly, the time is coming. Daniel Jones is going to fall.
What do you mean we barely lost to the Giants? We got them by 2 touchdowns, and at the very last second, like 3 seconds left in the game, they scored a touchdown to make it 20-28. We took off in the second half.
In the second half, what happened in that first half when y'all was struggling?
But
so we can't talk about the first half.
Touchdowns, not just to make it at the end of the game. Consistent touchdowns. Can your team get consistent TDs?
Yes.
Watch what we about to do to the Colts. Watch what we about to do to the Colts on Sunday, and you compare your one point win to them.
Philly beat them by 1.
You can't take it to the champs.
Yo, oh my God. I'm so glad you're talking on this mess. I'm so glad you talking this mess. I told you when we were 1-4, we were climbing the ladder.
Y'all
I told you.
I told Sean before week 1 even started that the Cowboys was going to not only. I truly believe we probably won't win the whole NFC. I'm hoping, but we're gonna beat them twice. We already did it once, and it's coming back. Have my $20 ready. Have my $20 ready, bro.
Ain't gonna happen. You gonna give me that money. We're gonna see. Hey, look, but this is I love this, and you're absolutely right.
Thank you.
Love the enthusiasm, but let's not forget the NFC has 4 of the 5 easiest schedules in the league. Absolutely. Easy. That's why all of us are in this position. However, at the end of the day, we broke it down a week ago. Good defense, solid run game, good coaching. All 4 of these teams have that. Now, these divisional matchups are going to be tough. They're going to be tougher. You talk about these high-powered offenses. Do we consider I said the Lions. They put up a bunch. They put up 22 in the first. Do we consider Philly a high-powered offense? Do we consider Minnesota high-powered offense? Now, I understand what y'all did to them, but we had them 7 points for 3 quarters, for 4 going into the
Those
fourth.
Are high-powered offenses.
Right, and we shut them down until we gave the game away.
Here we go, ladies.
I'm just saying. I mean, come on, let's look at Atlanta,
I hear what David
Chicago.
Said, but who had the worst out of all of it? All the schedules. The Cowboys did. We had the worst.
I think we were tied. No. We were tied because we were the worst.
We had the worst.
That's not something to brag about, Janae.
As you can see, we fired up today, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm only fired up because the team that's last in my division got so much to say. And Dallas is going to stomp them out.
Who are we? The Commanders.
I can't even wait, ladies and gentlemen. I've been licking my fingers up. I'm ready for Washington.
I'm glad you're ready because we coming. You already know what it is.
Hottest team in football. You hear what he just asked?
You already know what it is.
The hottest team.
You already know what it is. Right now, playing better. Only team, and I'll shout out to Jeff. The only team that is playing as energized and as together and on point as we are at this particular point in time, and over the last 7 weeks, is the Kansas City Chiefs. They won 8 out of their last 7. We've won 6 out of our last 7.
Who did you play? Who did you play?
So does that diminish the victory? We played Philly. We played Atlanta, who was a playoff team.
Atlanta sucks.
They're tied for the first of the division.
And what's the highest game they got? 6-5?
No, don't worry about all that. Okay.
All day, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, Jay. Why when Sean says we gave the game away, it's here we go. But when y'all lost to the Eagles, we didn't have our QB. It's facts. It's facts. If we had a quarterback in that game that could have kept up, both of y'all had starting players out there.
You had Cooper Rush.
That's not a starting quarterback.
Oh, wait. Who you said we had a starting quarterback? Who's our starting quarterback?
Oh, here you go. The last 7 games, who you had?
Is he a backup or a starter? Is he a backup or is he a starter? You tell me.
Who started for y'all last year?
Taylor Heineke, because we didn't have.
So what are we talking about?
We didn't have Carson Wentz.
He's played for y'all 7 games.
Yeah, on the depth chart, who started the season? Carson. He got hurt. Taylor came in. Taylor played well. Taylor gets to keep the job. That's what it is. You know what?
But for you to say the hottest team right now, how are you more hot than the Vikings? They've only lost 2 games in the total year. You talk about 7 games, 2 games all year, and you're the hottest team?
Okay, so the Vikings have won all these one-loss games, and you don't give them any slight for winning the one-loss games. But because we get or these one-score games, but when we do it, oh, you ain't beat anybody. Why is there a double standard there, Janae? Tell me that.
I'm talking about a team that's got 5 losses could not be the hottest team in football. I don't care if you won 6 of the last 7. I don't care. There's teams that's been consistently dominating. We'll give the Vikings over y'all easily. Easily. The Vikings just lost to us, but that was just 1 loss. How we gonna look? The only true win is against Buffalo. I'll be okay with that. But the only true win that Washington got is against Eagles. True win?
Does it count? Does it count that they had not lost? Does it count that when we played the Vikings, they had 1 loss and we took them to the final drive of the game? Why aren't you giving us credit for what we did in these games, Janae? I just want to know that. I mean, I don't
Atlanta
understand.
is trash. We can go ahead and they're 500 team. Stop it. Stop trying to act like
Can
they're
we go back to the video where you said they were going to win? Can we go back
Texas,
to that?
I want everybody to beat you. I want everybody to beat you. The Texans.
Don't tell me the Texans.
How many
Don't
games
give
the
me the
Texans won? How many games the Texans won?
So is everybody that beat Philly barely beat the
game.
Texans. The
And y'all the hottest team in the league because you beat a team with 1.
We on fire. We on fire. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because we coming for you. And when that blaze comes, you're going to be scorched. That's all I'm going to say. We need to move on, ladies and gentlemen, because I ain't going to do this today. I'm in the church, and I'm getting unholy.
You're getting fired up. You're getting fired up. And I want to see it because I want to make all Washington fans pissed.
Let's go. Let's go. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we got to move on. Yo, let's get it. Yo, we got to talk about this. The Jets 7-4. They are now the 7th seed in the playoffs, but they have chosen to move on without Zach Wilson. Mike White got in the game, was able to get the W and blow out a very tough, struggling Bears team.
Look way better than Zach ever did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mike White could be a problem.
I'm telling you. And look, let's remember what he did a year ago against the Bengals?
Yes.
Where he had that huge game and got the upset victory. You know what I mean? Like, Mike White.
3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. I mean, the Bears defense is not that bad. I mean, he did a good job for your first game coming in, and they will not win without Zach Wilson. I don't think so. I don't think that they're going to win with him.
Let's ask this. Let's ask this, Nathan. Was Zach Wilson the reason why they were winning before? Because I think that's the question. Yeah, I agree. I think it's the running game.
Is why they've been holding down.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
The defense. Zach Wilson. I mean, I'm not against Zach Wilson because I also believe that you need more time. Hey, I enjoy that you enjoy watching us, Jeff. You my man.
Oh yeah, yo.
Hey, but I just feel like we put so much blame on the new quarterbacks when we should be looking at them develop. But you see, they're not a type of team that lets quarterbacks develop.
Right.
They got rid of Sam Darnold. They're doing it to Zach Wilson. They're just not that type of team. And I also think that Mike White put a fire into the team. He had a little swag when he was out there. I like Mike White.
Right. I do too. It's a cute run to get the next 2 games. I personally think he can. He said Zach Wilson wasn't starting in the early part of the season because he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt.
That was the only reason he wasn't starting. He was hurt because he went all out in a preseason game and messed up his knee. So that wasn't the reason why they were still getting dubs. Let's not forget when he wasn't in there, they was getting dubs. So this is not one of these situations where like they're picking on the little guy. Zach came in. They have a good team. We've seen it because they are going toe-to-toe in that vaunted AFC East.
Absolutely.
And Zach came in, and even though they might be getting dubs, he's not doing anything. He's not helping at the team consistently.
I don't think so. And I'm normally riding with the quarterback, man. I really wanted Zach Wilson to thrive, but it just got to roll with the hot hand.
Yeah.
Okay, Nathan, do you think that Zach would have done the same thing as Mike White in this game? And I honestly don't think so. I think it would have actually been a much closer game, but the fact that Mike White was out there and did 3 touchdowns, 300 and some yards, I don't think that Zach Wilson would have done that.
Yeah.
What do the Jets do with Mil Hunter now? He's second overall pick. Hey, I don't know. I may be taking that risk too. But the thing is, the Jets are known for just hopping. But they also got a new coach, so we don't know what's going to happen. But maybe the coach sees something that we don't see. And clearly it showed off in game 1.
Well, and that's the thing that I think we're not looking at, is that we're looking at this from our perspective as in, he's the best guy on the team. He's the one who does X, Y, and Z. He's not. This team can win without him. We saw that yesterday.
Absolutely.
And like you said, the coach's job is to find the best guy at the position. He sees this day in and day out.
Absolutely.
So we look at this, from, outside looking in. He's inside that. So he's obviously seeing something and it produced on the field. So
it worked. So like you said, Nathan, we got to see what they'll do for the next 2 games. But I'm excited. I think that the Jets have a legit chance to be in. Like, I think, with the way everything's playing out, there's no reason. If you give him a chance, I believe he would have responded to the criticism. I don't know. I think you got to be able to prove yourself early in order to be able to be in the conversation. Right. And I think when you start, showing yourself during interviews and all that stuff, I feel like you got to be proven. You got to be a proven quarterback. And we haven't seen Zach Wilson do anything to show himself approved. Right. That's just like Trey Lance. You think Trey Lance is going to come back?
Yeah. And that's the point. I
don't think so. I think that now that they're running good with Jimmy G, even if Trey Lance came back, it wouldn't work.
And that I think we really got to start killing this narrative where just because a team spent a high draft pick on a quarterback that, they automatically have to go with them regardless. You can't just keep him on the bench. Look, Jordan Love, and in the time that we've seen him, hasn't looked great. Trey Lance, I know he's got talent, but honestly, he hasn't looked great. And the same with Zach Wilson. And it really makes you wonder, you get these quarterbacks very early in the draft, and they're performing like this. It just makes you question some of these picks and, how we look at things. But
sometimes it can work out, though.
Sometimes.
Jalen Hurts. You already saw when Jalen Hurts got picked up and he came in for those couple games, they were already calling for Wynn's job. Yep. Sounds like a little what's happening right now for another team that he's playing for. But it just looks like when you see the spark, you got the spark. But I haven't seen the spark in Zach Wilson. I'm sorry.
Right. John Lynch said, regardless what happens next year is Trey Lance's team. But, hey.
They say that now. But if you win the Super Bowl.
But even still, that's their organization. I can't control what their organization is in that. Do I think it's the right move? No, not at all. Because tell me what you have seen with the weapons that San Francisco's had that would let you think that Trey Lance is the guy. Last year and this year. And he's gotten time when Jimmy G was hurt. So that's the problem I have.
But there's also nothing wrong with having the backup sit behind the starting quarterback for a few years.
Thank you.
Aaron Rodgers did it. Come on. We're acting like you can't sit under somebody for a little bit to learn.
I don't agree.
Quarterback are not franchise. They're not.
I don't agree. I don't agree in the sense that there are certain quarterbacks that are. There are some quarterbacks that are. Trey Lance and Zach Wilson aren't.
Gems.
Very true.
It's hard to find somebody right off the gate. How many quarterbacks do we know that right off the gate were amazing?
Exactly.
Not a lot.
Right.
It's a small group of
it can happen.
Quarterbacks.
Yeah, it can happen, but I don't think these guys are that.
And you got to see the spark early. Like, you got to see the spark. I haven't seen nothing from Zach Wilson to say that he's elite or good or any of those categories because I haven't seen enough. He hasn't shown me that, oh, man, Zach Wilson is a beast. They were really hitting on all cylinders when they had Breece Hall.
Right. Absolutely.
When Breece Hall was churning, the team was doing good. It wasn't because of Zach Wilson.
Right. That ain't the NFL today. The way to win with the quarterback is on a cheap rookie contract. Yeah.
That's it.
Get him cheap. Don't pay that big dollar for him because, Nathan, like you said before, you don't want the quarterback being the highest paid on the team. So that if he's on a cheap contract, then you can give other guys money that they need to build up around him.
But once you drop that bag, that's it.
It's over. It's over. And
look at Russell Wilson.
There it is.
Once you drop the bag, there's no other option of you going with somebody else.
Oh, yeah. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you watching with us. That was our first segment of the show. We know we got a little heated, but it needed to happen. It needed to happen. It's only going to get hotter. It's only going to get hotter.
Each week, ladies and gentlemen. Each week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.